What's up, Maryland, the great state of Maryland? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to acquire a license in order to operate a home care agency for the state of Maryland. Let's get into it. So the first thing here is I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the summary of what I've researched for the state of Maryland, and I've made it simple for you so you can save a lot of time in researching. All you have to do is watch this video and you'll know exactly what to do and where to go to fill out your forms and exactly how much to pay. So let's get into it. So it says here, for the state of Maryland, you need to register your business in the state of Maryland. So what this is saying is that you need to either have an LLC, S corp, and so on, just for the state of Maryland in order to get started. Additionally, you need a tax ID, and then you also need a state tax ID number. Number 4 is you need a certificate of need. I'm not quite sure what this means, to be very honest with you. So when I was doing my research, I just added this as a summary. But what you need to do is you need to contact the state to figure out exactly what they're talking about here. So either email them or call them and find out what the certificate of need means. And you can obtain a certificate of need from the Maryland Healthcare Commission. Okay. And then number 5 is accreditation. Obtain accreditation from an approved accrediting body such as the Joint Commission or the Community Health Accreditation program. So that information can be found on the Maryland Department of Health, and I'm going to show you that website in a little bit, where you can simply search for these 3 things that I just mentioned to you here. Search for those things on the Department of Health website, and also contact them or email them and ask them what those things mean. Because if you rely on a middleman, they're going to charge you thousands of dollars for information you can acquire directly from the state for free. So I say utilize it, save yourself some money, and do the due diligence by contacting the state. Next is you need staffing requirements. Ensure that you have sufficient staff, including licensed and certified personnel to provide home health services. What this is saying is that you need to be hiring people that are qualified as either home health aide or certified nursing assistant or registered nurse, depending on what the state requires. Oftentimes, what I find is that for states like New York, California, the big states, Florida, they require you to have a registered nurse, but I don't believe that's the case for Maryland. However, these requirements change ever so slightly, so the best resource is contacting the state directly. Next is you need policies and procedures and develop and implement policies and procedures that meet state and federal regulations. So stick around to the end, and I'm going to show you how we saved you a lot of time in compiling your policies and procedures. And it says here the state requires to do a criminal background check and conduct criminal background checks on all staff members. So again, this is something you can conduct through the state. What I've noticed is that for a state like New York, for example, you can go to the New York State website and submit a background check for your employees, and you just pay a small fee to the state in order for them to conduct an FBI background check and a basic criminal background check. Next is liability insurance. It says obtain liability insurance that meets the minimum requirements of the state. Again, if you don't know what the minimum requirements are for the state of Maryland, contact the state directly, because the requirements, like I said, change ever so slightly depending on the laws that are passed for the state. So relying on a middleman to give you this information is not the best bet for you. So you want to rely on the state to let you know what that is. There are ways to obtain this liability insurance through your payroll system, like Gusto, for example, is what we recommend, or other payroll systems that are available out there on the market. And then ask them, hey, how can I obtain liability insurance? They'll let you know how to do that. And maybe you might have to pay a small premium, monthly premium, in order to get that liability insurance. Next is Home Health Agency's agency license application. Submit a home health agency license application to the Maryland Department of Health. I'm going to show you that website in a second. And the application fee specifically for the home health agency is $350. So let me show you on the website how everything flows, where to get the forms, how to get them, and what the forms look like. I'm going to put this link in the description box of this video, but this is the Maryland Department of Health website that you're looking at. So all you have to do is do a search for home health agency application. Type in the keyword phrase home health agency application in that same search box that I just showed you in the previous screen, and then you'll get a bunch of results that populate. You want to scroll down here, and then you want to look at two links, two search results that come up. First search result you want to look at is this one right here that says Instructions Home Health Agency 1-13. The next one you want to look at is Application for Home Health Agency License, with a bunch of numbers at the end. And these are the two main links you want to focus on. You also want to look at this one, but the two most important are these two right here. So I'm going to show you what this one looks like first, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like second. So this is what the first search link result that I just highlighted in the previous screen. This is what it looks like. And this is where they list out all the detailed requirements that I summarized in the first introduction of this video. So what I encourage you to do is take your time and skim through this and read through it. And what you want to look for specifically is this section right here about fees. So let's read this out together. It says that the fee here is the non-refundable application fee of $350. The application fee must be submitted with the application. Make the business check, cashier's check, money order, or personal check payable to DHMH. I'm not quite sure what that stands for, but I'm pretty sure it stands for Department of Health for State of Maryland, I think. Starter checks will not be accepted. I don't know what that means, but stick to the regular checks, money orders. I would stick to a money order if I were you. Simple, easy. So yeah, read through all of this stuff right here. It's only 2 pages, I believe. Yep, only 2 pages. And here, you'll see there are phone numbers that you can contact. There are a bunch of phone numbers that you can contact if you're confused. There's a email that you can reach out to if you have any additional questions about fees and whatnot. But this specifically is for home health agency applications, as you can see at the top right here. The next link is about the application for the home health agency license. And it's only 4 pages long, but if you skim through it, read the instructions, it's not complicated. You can literally dedicate one weekend out of your schedule to go through this, and you save yourself thousands of dollars. Because what happens is a lot of these middle people, they prey on your ignorance. They prey on the fact that you are too lazy to do the research that I've been able to do for you. So I took the time out of my busy schedule to do the research for you so you can save the time, so you don't have to worry about where to find this. Again, I will put all these links in the description of this video so you are 100% sure on exactly where to get these forms and where to get these instructions. So just skim through this. So I'm going to scroll down slowly so you can see what this form looks like. As you can see, down here is where you start filling out your information, your business information. All these fields right here need to be filled out. All the stuff right here needs to be filled out. I misspoke. It looks like it's 10 pages long. It's not a big deal. You can read 10 pages. All right, there you go. So that's what the application form looks like. And again, you get it through the main page, search for Home Health Agency application, and you'll see the two links that show up. And click on those. They will direct you to these forms. Last but not least, I mentioned that putting together your policy and procedures manual can be a quite complicated process. It's time consuming, it's boring, and it's tedious, especially when you have other things you got to worry about. Maybe you got a job and whatnot. Well, I have good news for you. We've made it super easy for you to be able to put together your policy and procedures. And all you have to do is click on this link, and I've added this link below this video so you can access it. We've created a bunch of templates for everything that you need. And these templates work for any state. It doesn't matter if you're Maryland, New York, Virginia, Florida, California. These templates work for any state. It's dozens and dozens of Word documents that allow for you to input your company's information, tweak them a little bit, and make sure that you submit those with your application for a business license to operate in the state of Maryland. So when you click on this link, make sure you read everything down here. And if you still have any questions about what's included in these templates, I'm actually going to do another video that is going to show you how detailed these policy and procedure templates are, so you can be able to be confident that they will work for your state. So yeah, so that's all you have to do. Come down here, make the purchase down here, click on it, click on I want this, purchase them. They're yours. They're yours forever. And you fill them out, submit them to the state, and you're good to go. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next video.